Hello, it's Gabby here for you. Before we jump onto this week's podcast, I just want to let you know about 2 ways that you can work with me. First of all, I do one-to-one coaching and I do that via Zoom, so we can jump on a Zoom call at a time to suit you. The second thing I've got for you is an online coaching course that's 12 modules that you can download straight away now. There will be a link somewhere around these podcast notes. And this is the course that I've designed, and it's got everything in it that I wish I'd have known when I finished cancer treatment and I was lost. So you can download that course now and you can start working towards making this your happiest and healthiest year ever. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you think. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, it's Gabby here for you, and I hope this finds you well. This week, I am talking about one of my favourite subjects, and that's springtime. It's springtime here in the UK, and I love this season because I really feel like spring is a time for renewal. It's a time for embracing change and reclaiming your energy, and I think we're all ready for a bit of that, aren't we? So this week, I'm going to talk about why spring is such a powerful time for transformation, a little bit about the energy of spring and why it's a fresh start, how we can let go of winter and shedding what no longer serves us. Small steps can lead to big changes. And I'm going to talk about some simple habits that can help you. And I'm going to talk about self-care and boundaries. And I know I talk about self-care a lot, but there's a reason for that. It is so important. And I say this as a cancer survivor, but I think for anybody really, self-care when we're busy is one of those things that always gets to the bottom of the to-do list. But I'm here to remind you that you are important and it's good to put it to the top of your list sometimes. So thank you so much for joining me. If you've been feeling stuck, maybe exhausted, or just not quite yourself after everything that you've been through, this episode is for you, because spring isn't just about flowers blooming and the days getting longer, although that's lovely. It's really about renewal, growth, and fresh starts, and that applies to you as well. So grab yourself a cuppa, get comfy, and let's spend a little bit of time thinking about why spring is the ideal time to step into your next chapter. Okay, one of the things I love about spring is that nature shows us that growth is always possible. So just think about it. After months of darkness, trees start budding, flowers begin to bloom, and suddenly everything starts to feel alive again. You know, I can see this in my little garden. Things are coming back to life that look like they were dead, but they are getting ready to grow again. And the same can happen within us. After going through winter, physically, mentally, and even emotionally, we're ready to wake up. Spring brings us new energy, longer days, and a sense of possibility. So if you've been waiting for a sign to make a change, this is it. I want you to really think about letting go of winter and think about what letting go of no longer serves you. And I've been guilty of this in the past, of holding on to old ways of thinking that were no longer serving me. So think about, before we can really fully embrace new growth, we have to let go of the things that are weighing us down. Just like the trees shed old leaves in autumn, we need to release what no longer serves us that may be keeping us stuck. So some questions that might help you to think about this are: what thoughts or beliefs do you have that may be holding you back? What habits or routines are draining you instead of energizing you? Where am I holding on to things, maybe physical or emotionally, that I no longer need? So examples of this could be negative self-talk, overcommitting to things that drain you, or even just clutter in your home. But spring cleaning isn't just for your wardrobe, it's for your mind, body, and soul too. And I find this so refreshing to think about doing this on a regular basis, is letting go of things that no longer serve me. Old things, ways of thinking. It could be like resentments that you're holding on to, anger that you might have, any negative emotion that you're hanging on to. And if you're struggling with how to let go of negative emotion, I can help you with that. But it's probably a separate topic for a separate podcast. But if you need any help with any of that, get in touch with me. But I'd like you to think about making small steps to big changes. And making positive changes doesn't mean overhaul and changing your entire life overnight. Just small, simple steps can mean can lead to big transformations over time. So here's a few suggestions for you, a few ways to embrace change this season. First of all, great one is to move your body. Go outside if you can, go for a walk, or just try some yoga or some stretches. Movement boosts your mood and it boosts your energy levels. And I'm going to talk in a future podcast about a really interesting thing that happened to me this week. I've been to see a physio about a shoulder problem that I had, and she's done some breath work with me. And I've really learned a lot from it, and I'm going to share that with you as well. But really moving your body, and she's teaching me to breathe properly. Well, I thought I was breathing properly, but maybe not. Another way that you can embrace change this season is to soak in the sunlight. And I know maybe it's still a little bit cold, but if you can get outside into the bright sunshine, vitamin D is so important. And just spending 10 minutes outside each day can make such a difference to your mood and to your outlook on life. Really helps me just to go for a walk. Just 10 minutes is enough to really change the way I'm feeling. I would invite you, this has really helped me, is to set an intention for the season. So instead of making huge goals, if that feels too much, just choose one word or a theme. For spring, it could be something like renewal or courage or self-care. Whatever it is that you need, whatever it is that you want to focus on, choose that one word and then really focus on that and how you can incorporate that into your everyday. My next tip would be to try something new. So spring is a great time to be learning, explore, step outside of your comfort zone, do something different, whether it's a new hobby, a self-care practice, or even a fresh perspective on something. Follow some different people on social media, watch something different, listen to some different music, do something different. It's always good to expand your horizons. Okay, I'm going to talk about self-care because I talk about it so much, but it's so important. And for me, self-care and boundaries are tied together, and they are the foundation of growth. So as a cancer survivor, I really know that self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. If you want to grow, you need to protect your energy. So I'd invite you to listen to your body. If you're tired, my love, rest. If you're feeling stressed, then pause. And you deserve to feel good. So please, no guilt around this. The next thing I'd ask you to do is to think about setting boundaries. So spring is a time of renewal. And that can mean saying no to what drains you and yes to what nourishes you. And it helped me before accepting an invitation or before committing to something, just to take a little pause and think, is this something I really want to do? Is this going to drain me or is this going to nourish me? And what do I need? Okay. The next thing I'd ask you to think about is surrounding yourself with support. Connect with people who uplift you and remind you of your strength. And if there are people around you who are the opposite to that, then think about what can you do to limit the time you spend connecting with them. Social media is a perfect example of this. I really just follow people online now that support me, that encourage me, that inspire me. I've got some business goals. I see some women particularly women online who are really achieving big things in their personal life, achieving big things in their business. And it reminds me that anything is possible if you set your mind to it. But I just want to remind you that you've already been through so much, and this is your season now to thrive. It's a beautiful season if you really embrace the energy of spring. So I hope this episode has helped you and inspired you to see spring as a time of renewal, of growth, and of self-care, because that's what it's all about for me. And I just want to remind you that small steps can lead to big changes. And you, my love, are allowed to let go of what no longer serves you. And this is your time to bloom. Just like those flowers in the spring are going to bloom, so are you. And if this resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you. What's one small change that you're going to make this spring? Send me a message or tag me on social media, Gabby Mottershead or Confidence After Cancer, depending on where you're looking at me. I'd love to hear from you. And if you need any support with anything, I'm here for you. My coaching programs are here to help you step into this next season of your life with confidence, with energy and joy. And thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time. And remember to have a wonderful week. Stay safe and stay sane. Take care, my love. Bye bye.